Hey there, y'all. Welcome. Today, I'm going to talk about what happens during the free initial consultation that I'm currently offering. First point, though, is I think it's worth mentioning who this appointment is intended to be for. So, the idea is, if I'm going to be honest, right, this is a business. I love giving out as much free content as I can, but at the end of the day, right? I'm using a paid Zoom account to record this. I have a lot of expenses for the business. So the purpose of this is to build that know, like, and trust with potential clients who might want to hire me. My program is $395 per month. You're only required to sign on for 1 month. And then if you want to continue for the other months, it's the same price. So it's intended for potential clients who might want to hire me. And then the question becomes, well, if that's you, what do we do? And the first and biggest thing that I do, and this sounds kind of goofy, but it's actually really powerful, is just to listen. I actually want to hear your weight story. How did you gain the weight? Have you gained it and lost it a couple of times? When you did lose it, what worked? What didn't work? How did you gain it back? What have you tried over the years? Because that's really helpful for me in crafting a solution and explaining what I do to have those points of reference of what you've tried in the past. So that's sort of the first thing is I'm going to listen to your whole story. And then as I'm listening for what you've tried and comparing it against what I know works. And usually there's very little overlap between what clients have done and what I know actually works and what I offer. I am listening with an ear toward that. Like, okay, you tried keto, you tried Weight Watchers, you tried working out a lot. You tried South Beach, right? Like diet mentality, a lot of exercise. That's usually what I hear from clients. So I'm listening for things like, have you done any thought work around the weight, around your relationship with food, around your relationship with yourself? Have you done any energy work? It sounds a little woo woo, but some of the tools I use, they're super, super effective. Most people have not been introduced to them, but some people have, right? So I want to make sure that you haven't already tried what my solutions are. So then we're going to talk about kind of how you handle feelings, because a lot of my clients either they consciously know, oh yeah, I'm a stress eater, I'm an emotional eater, or if it's subconscious, they may not even realize they're doing it until they try to stop doing it. But a lot of them are using food as a drug to make themselves feel better. So I'm going to talk about what tools you might have. Like maybe you've been through some therapy and you have some great tools, or you've worked with some other practitioner. Do you have any tools for changing your feelings, for processing your feelings, for allowing your feelings? And if not, is that something that you're open to learning? I'm also listening for, have you ever been educated around hormones and how your hormones work? I think this is part of why you can have two people who eat this exact same thing. One of them's skinny, one of them's overweight. Why? Because their hormones are operating differently. And there are actually things that we can do, actions that we can take that will tweak those hormones and get them working in our favor. So, how informed are you on ghrelin, leptin, insulin? All of these other cortisol, all these other hormones that affect your weight, is that something that you have been educated on, that you know how to manage, or is that something that I could work with people on? Then I'm also listening for what the client thinks the problem is and what the client thinks the solution is, how close their self-assessment is to what I have seen that's really effective. And part of the reason I'm looking for that is if they've already decided they're just going to do what they've done in the past, then, knock yourself out to DIY it. But I'm sort of listening for what they think the problem is, what they think the solution is. And then once they've kind of said everything they had to say, and I'm listening to see what they've tried in the past, I'm also looking for what their goals are. Are their goals realistic? Are their goals a match for their program? If they want to lose 100 pounds in 2 weeks, then, we're either going to need to manage that, or I'm not the right practitioner for them, but really helping to hear what their goals are to make sure it's a match for what I can deliver. And also to make sure that we strengthen that as much as possible. So, what is your goal? And then the next piece of that is sort of what's the vision? So, what's the point of achieving the goal? What's the goal behind the goal? All right, so you want to lose weight to be healthy. What is being healthy going to do for you, right? Is it about longevity and being able to see your grandkids grow up? Is it about just feeling comfortable in shorts in the summer and not worrying about how your thighs look? Is it about getting off some of your medications or avoiding getting on medications? Is it about trying to delay or avoid knee replacements, hip replacements, reduce back pain, all of those kind of things? So what are you trying to accomplish and why are you trying to accomplish it? And then once I've done kind of all the information gathering, I reflect that back. Partly just reality check, right? To confirm that I heard it right. This is what I heard you say. Did I miss anything? Did I misunderstand anything? And that's really important too, because it's important for the client to know that I was listening and that I get it. And if there is anything I messed up or missed, it's a good opportunity to clarify that before I kind of go into my prescription. So that would be the next piece of that initial consultation is, okay, based on everything that you have told me and based on everything that I know worked for me, worked for my clients, here's what I would recommend. If we were to work together, this is what it would look like. Like I said, I usually have clients go ahead and commit for a month. That's $395. It includes all the materials for the program. I've got all kinds of articles and worksheets and links to videos for the people that love homework. For the really busy people who want to know what's the bare minimum, right? Then that's a weekly coaching call where we go in and use some of these tools to actually help you tweak and change what's going on. But I really go into, okay, if we were to work together, this is what we would do. This is what it would work like, how it would work. And then we kind of go into, again, it depends. Some people at that point are like ready to go, but if they have questions, if there's any uncertainty, then we usually start talking about belief, right? How much do they believe? I would hope that they believe in me and they believe in the program. I don't believe that's usually the challenge. I put so much information out for free. My goal is to build that know, trust, and like ahead of time. And also, my program is backed by a 100% money back guarantee. So if somebody completes the whole program and up to a year later, they're not happy, I give them their money back. There's a lot of, I think, kind of scammy players in the weight loss industry, and I don't want to be one of those. I don't want people walking around saying, oh yeah, I tried that, it didn't work. No, if you're not like blown away, super delighted, looking and feeling better, your whole life has changed. Small promises, right? But if you're not happy up to a year later, take your money back. This is not about me trying to separate you from your cash to be sneaky or crimey or whatever. It's about me trying to help you solve a problem that has been haunting you probably for most of your adult life. And of course, getting compensated in return, right? I serve, I deserve. But that's really what it's about. But kind of usually they feel pretty good about me and about the program. But then we have to start talking about self-belief, right? Do they feel like they're going to be able to do it? Do they feel like, and as far as being able to do it, I think a lot of people get really worried. It's not like SEAL training. I'm not trying to wash people out so I don't have to pay out the guarantee. There's nothing like that. It's just, can you show up to a Zoom call once a week? And most people, based on the fact that they did show up to the initial consultation, have already demonstrated their ability to do that. So it's usually just kind of about reassuring them that this is not about starvation. This is not about willpower, even if other things have not worked for you in the past, right? So making them really feel comfortable and getting any concerns out of the way. And then at the end, because I've let them talk a lot and I've asked them a lot of questions and I've given them a lot of information, I also try to make sure to build in time for them to ask questions, anything we didn't cover, anything they're concerned about. So that's really all it is. It's not scary. Again, it is intended for potential clients. And it's not 100% guarantee at the end of the conversation that I'm going to make you an offer to work together, because there are some people for whom this is not a good fit. And when that happens, I really feel like long term for the business, it's better for me to operate with integrity. So if somebody comes in and I don't think I can help them, or I don't think I'm the right person, my goal is to try to refer them out. Right. I'm not a therapist. So if there's any, red flags around suicide, that needs to be referred out. If there's like a hardcore eating disorder, they might need to go to some kind of specialist for that. But if you're just a normal person and you want to lose weight and you've really struggled with it, that's my jam. I can help. The first step is that initial consultation. We just went through what happened. It's not scary. I'm not mean. I'll be nice to you. So if that's something that you are interested in, go to my website, lisaduke.net/schedule. We'll take you to a page that has a little video that'll tell you a little bit more about that process. And then underneath the video, embedded in that page, is a link to my online calendar. I'm open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern to 5 p.m. Eastern. Obviously, if I've got a prior commitment, that time will be blocked out, but you should be able to find some open times, if not this week, next week, the week after. And now's a really good time to do that. I'm going to be traveling a lot in September. So go ahead and jump on my calendar now. Let's get started. You can have August be your first month and go ahead and lose some weight before we get into back to school season and that whole time gets crazy. So let's work together. lisaduke.net/schedule. And if you go to the bottom of that page, I have some testimonials. Some are in print, and then I have a bunch of videos where you can hear it directly from current clients, past clients. And then underneath that, there's a couple of more print testimonials from clients. So if you are a woman over 40, and technically you don't have to be a woman, you don't have to be over 40, but that's who my materials are developed for. If you want to lose some weight, if you've tried some other things and you've gotten discouraged, and if you're willing to make an investment in yourself, really take this seriously, then I am here to help. I have a really good success rate. So far, all of my clients have lost weight. And if you don't, I'll give you your money back. It's not a big deal. I want you to feel safe getting started. lisaduke.net/schedule. I look forward to speaking with you one-on-one soon. Take care. Bye-bye.